voices of the streets will take this right on loop repeat. Laugh along with every joke. Welcome to the average bloke.
Is it funny that I let that song on my guitar? Was it sad?
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me. Was that a ha-ha laugh or was that a oh no laugh?
Probably like a more of an oh no laugh, to be honest.
It was definitely. Oh, you know how you said you found the song, right?
Yes.
And now I could fix the intro. You do realise that where I've cut it there.
It's actually perfectly fine.
Yeah, because I can't make it any better than that because
the singing
I have to
happens
include
after.
the next bit.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, it's not a long pause after that. It immediately jumps into the next line.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right.
So that's probably why I originally did it like a really quick fade out.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. Welcome back to inclusive episode of the Average Blokes podcast.
I don't know what you mean by that.
The guy on your
also,
left. Sorry.
The thing that I sent you before, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
That was just because the petition's like, oh, share the petition.
Oh, so you just had to share. Okay.
So I was like, I'll just share it with Jackson.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I don't know what the frick I'm doing.
I mean, if you want to talk about Guru Lagin Lake, that's fine with me.
Guru Nanaka.
Is that how you pronounce the guy's name?
I think. I don't know. I'm like, I don't care what it's called. I'm still going to call it Berwick Springs.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I'm not a racist, but like, I don't mind the new name. It's kind of cool, but at the same time.
No, I don't like the new name at all.
Okay.
I don't like a name for something that, like, why change a name from something I can pronounce to something I don't want to learn how to pronounce?
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand. That's why I just said Guru Lagin.
Yes.
That's an anime.
That's Maybe everyone else should just start calling it that.
Yeah, if they changed it to a Japanese name, I may have been a bit more. But I don't really care about the Sikh, whatever it's called, guy.
Change.org.
Yeah, I don't really care about the Sikh. I don't know, prophet or creator of the Sikh religion or whatever it is.
It's just so funny because it's like, it's an alarming precedent.
I know people are a bit upset about it. I mean, I can understand people being annoyed about it. Like, they're not going to care in the long run, but it's the science. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb because you've got something that's perfectly. It's fine the way it is, right? But people have changed it for no reason.
Guru Nanak.
Best way for me to put it.
Like Guru Nanak. Apparently it's a India name or Sri Lankan name or Sikh name. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the guy created Jackson.
He created the Berwick Springs Lake.
Oh my god! No, they changed the name because of the guy to the guy who created the Sikh religion.
Ah, right.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the equivalent of calling a lake, calling it Lake Muhammad or Lake Jesus or Lake Joseph Smith or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Or Lake Elron Hubbard.
Where's Lake Einstein?
Lake Einstein. Well, that makes more sense.
Thanks. Yeah. No, that does. E equals MC squared hydro. H2O.
I don't know.
Anyway. Yes. Anyway, highlights. I got one, real quick, small one. You coming over and fixing and concreting the post box.
You mean me spending the equivalent, something that should have taken 5 minutes but took a little bit longer, but still took. It's me coming over and helping you do something that should have been done years ago.
Possibly.
That would have taken 5 minutes.
Like 4 years ago?
4 years ago, yes.
To be precise.
I mean, do you imagine how many times I've popped around with my work equipment or my work van, and I've always had half a bag that I could just use on something, and that would be my timer.
Okay, no worries. Well, you do that. For context, people, like Troy said, 4 years we've been living in our new house, and we've never concreted the letterbox in our house. And for the first time ever, Troy came over and concreted it in properly, so it shouldn't go anywhere. Because we've had a few. The area we live in is pretty damn windy, and so there's often times when I've gone out to re-erect the mailbox. And I use that word re-erect because that's essentially what I did. It goes from being a floppy box to A bright one. Oh, that's not how I should have said that, but anyway. Meanwhile, Troy is just looking at his pizza, probably hearing me while I'm discussing this to myself. As he rushes over to my aid.
Good old floppy box. Another good floppy box.
Is your letterbox suffering from floppiness?
Are you having trouble getting it back up? Does it fall down in the wind?
Try this on new concrete.
Mail not arriving on time because no one can find the box. It's flown down the street. The wind has blown it down the street.
I mean, a mail arriving has two kind of meanings if you think about it.
Arriving at the station.
Yes. Any highlights from you?
Well, I guess when Courtney and I went to the lake around the corner from us, the other one,
Lake Muhammad.
Yeah, Lake Muhammad. We were walking past some ducks and all that, and they were like, "Eh!" So I was like, "Eh!" Back.
You mean the ones that go?
And, yeah, and so there were some people around, so I just kept going, "Eh!" And then it turned into like the turtle. I was trying to do the turtle thing.
Yes. Okay. I get it. Yes.
No, and my highlight of the week is looking at a property that was like off that lake that apparently was built 20 years ago, right?
Oh.
Exactly. Like it was built in 2004. It was built for $390,000.
Wow, that's pretty cheap.
And now it's worth $735,000 to $765,000.
See, people complain
So
about people are complaining about house prices going up. What about lake prices? Jeez.
No, this is the house.
Oh, the house
on the lake.
Sorry.
This is a townhouse. It's a townhouse
Yeah,
that's falling apart and needs maintenance. Like
Yeah,
you can see where the mold and all that has grown from water leaking down the side of the house and other things, and rust because because there's a few metal components, and obviously the decking on the top looks like it needs to be replaced or changed or restained at least.
Yeah.
And it's selling for double the price it was worth when it was first built, and it's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. Yep, that's...
And it makes me a little bit worried about things.
Such as...
Well, how do I put it? So I understand prices of things, like things go up in value, and houses are one of those things that they're a good investment. They always go up in value. But the idea of a house doubling in price, like over 20 years, is very, very shocking and surprising to me. But it also because what I was saying to Courtney earlier is, when has house prices ever gone down?
There was a period during COVID that the prices did go down a little bit, but it wasn't significant enough to go like, oh, everyone can just buy a house now.
Yeah, no, it's more like someone needed the money, so they decided to sell their $400,000 house for $380,000. Like you get it at a slight discount.
Yeah, that's right.
But the value of the actual property itself has not, like properties themselves has never gone down, right?
Yeah.
And that is a little bit worrying to me because it's, how do I explain it? So it's a good thing that house prices aren't going down. Like, that's good. But the fact that they've jumped so high so quickly is not good because they're never going to come down from that point.
Yeah.
Like, this house should have doubled in price over 50 years, not 20.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not a very good sign, I guess.
Insert that Simpsons quote from the Halloween episode: the free Froget. The house prices are cheap. They're going to explode.
You keep hearing about like the property bubble and all that sort of thing. What does that even mean?
The bubble's going to burst? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the property bubble. Houses. More houses going to be on the market. That's all great and all, but prices have never really gone down. So what does it matter?
I know that it's just a term that gets thrown around to explain something, but like, where's the physical bubble?
It's all here in your mind. Jackson, you're in the bubble. Don't you understand?
Sorry, I'm part of the bubble.
They've got you trapped.
Yeah, we've got 2 bubble machines outside. If you want extra bubbles, keep that bubble from popping. Oh. Yes.
Other than that, I can't think of any highlights of the week.
That's fine.
What happened? Has something interesting happened to me?
Car crashed into you.
Let's see.
Car was a truck trailer, but that
was last week, and I guess they could call that a highlight where a truck nicked the side of my mirror of my car while it was parked. And then the guy got annoyed later on when I asked for his license when he was at work, because he'd given me his number and I'd taken a photo of the license plate, and then he'd driven down to the other end of the street and started working. And I came down after I finished my work an hour later and asked for his license as well.
Yeah.
And he got all annoyed, like, oh, I've got to stop work for 5 minutes and give this guy my license after hitting his car. Yeah, the guy's like, oh, can't I just send you, like, I'll send a mirror in the mail, like it's that, I'll send a mirror in the mail, sort of thing. I'm sitting there going, mate,
That's not it.
It's not how it works with these cars, all right? I don't own this car, so no, you don't deal with me. You talk to other people. I just give them your number, my number, or your number. Yeah. But I still haven't done that yet, and it's been a week.
Fair enough.
I gotta check on the food.
No worries. I was gonna say, because you don't really. It's not essential that a mirror indicator, lights, shield things broke. It's not gonna not make your car work. It's just a little bit of decal damage or whatever, so it's not too significant to be worried about, I guess. But I mean, yeah, I've had my work car kiss a concrete post, I guess, and a parking shopping centre parking lot. My car just want to get intimate, so yeah. On the front left bumper, there's a nice graze of concrete. Well, the paint rubbing off, I should say, but yeah, the car still works. It's no issue. The only issue will be like when we return it, getting new cars supposedly, is they'll be like, oh, how'd that happen? And then they won't do anything about it and don't care. But, it's not like when I got hit by a truck, that was a bit different because I had to replace what did they do? They replaced the whole window and also the back door, I guess? I can't remember. It was so long ago. Yeah, that was all. But, yeah. I'm going to talk about Troy, I know you can still hear me, so I'm just going to do this one-sidedly a little bit. It's been a month now since PAX Australia happened. So for those who don't know what PAX is, it's basically just a large gaming convention that's spread over a weekend. There's a Friday as well that's involved, but it's not one of the main days. It's just a kind of opening day, essentially. I went there for a couple of hours just to see a few of the Splatoon community and whatnot, and some friends I've met online. And yeah, it was very fun. Like, considering Friday's meant to be the quiet day, there were so many people there. It was ridiculous. And it was kind of funny because I took the train into the city because it's literally like a block away from the train station there. Troy, you're like this. I know you can't talk to the microphone clearly, but when I was on the train, I couldn't help but observe one particular thing. There was I'm not sure if that was like a panel shop, like a power painting shop, like when someone has a car crash or they need to paint their panels. There was a man on a dump bin, right? A dump, like, your big, the big, like bins you have at construction sites, like a tip bin or whatever you call it. There was a man on a tip bin, and on the tip bin, he had a ladder on top of the tip bin. So, I don't know how to explain it, but skip bin, plastic lid, right? And on top of that, he's standing on a ladder on top of that bin, trying to clean the gutter or something. I don't know. But it looks so sketchy, and I'm thinking that's workers' compensation, just waiting to be asked or waiting to, getting a phone call from this guy who is supposed to be going to fall down a ladder. And then we're like, oh, how did he fall down the ladder? And they're like, oh, well, he had the ladder on the bin. It was just so sketchy. But yeah, I don't think they were a complete legit business because the rear of the shop looked a bit sketchy as well. And obviously it was backed up against the train line, so probably cheap, affordable renting and whatnot. But yeah, it was quite funny. And I was just like, let's just waiting for an accident to happen.
So, wait, the guy had the skip there, and then he had a ladder on the skip.
Yes.
Oh.
Didn't have a big enough ladder to reach the roof or whatever. But he just, as you do.
Was it flat or?
Kind of, a little bit. No, I would say it's got them little curved bin lids. Like
that's what I mean. Some of you can get flat ones, but generally they're slightly curved, so you wouldn't really want to put a ladder on it.
Yeah, this one was slightly
It's also
curved.
plastic, like very.
Correct. Yeah, so there's barely
like
any...
I've almost slipped on one just standing on top of one.
Yeah, well, don't stand on them then. I guess.
I needed to. I was around the corner from your place.
You needed to.
I didn't have reception.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, it was, even though it was Friday at PAX, it was still quite hectic. Lots of people there, obviously. So I rocked up a bit, like a 2 hours later after it opened. There was still a bit of a queue, but not too bad.
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second because I just remembered I got another highlight.
Okay, well, thanks.
I had a dream yesterday.
I have a dream. I ate a pizza.
I think it was yesterday because I woke up early in the morning and then because I was going to pick up material, so I needed to get up at like 4. I had to get up at 5 or 4:30, leave at 5, and I woke up at 4, went back to sleep for half an hour. So during that half an hour, that's generally when I dream, is when I wake up and then go back to sleep for a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. I dreamt about your old friend. I don't know why. Maybe it was on my mind, but I dreamt about you and your old mate, Mr. A Game.
Oh, great. Buddy old pal.
I don't know why.
Why is that a highlight?
I don't know why it was that guy's face.
It's a light, definitely.
I don't know why it was that guy's face, but it was a weird situation where I dreamt that we were in an apartment that was his with a friend of his. I don't know what the friend looks like, because when you dream, you don't actually put faces to people that you don't know.
Yeah.
And talking about YouTube and all that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
talking about like your content and his content, and basically how his content's gone stale because it's mostly because it was all that because he had a Zelda boom or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up and I was like, what? I'm like, why did I imagine that? And when I think about it, I've watched a couple of that guy's videos. He's in a, and he mentioned he's in a house.
Yes, he does live in a
So
house.
I don't know why I imagine like a townhouse. No, not even a townhouse, like a city apartment style sort of.
No, I've seen the house he lives in. It was
Did we mention? Did I bring him up in the previous podcast?
Maybe.
I think I did. I must. Or I spoke to you about him at some point because I don't know, because when you got stuff in the back of your head.
Yeah, I think it was a phone. It was a phone conversation.
Yes, that's right. We were on the phone, and I mentioned because I was talking about like just YouTube channels and all that, and it was people you play video games with.
Yes, have you actually met your online friends or whatever it was something?
Yeah, have you ever met your online gaming friends or your Splatoon, the people you play Splatoon with?
At PAX,
and you mentioned one person, then you mentioned him.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but that was my highlight, a weird dream about people I haven't even met.
Lovely. So yeah, at PAX, I walked around with a couple of friends there. They had a little booth where there was just a bunch of classic, old, like from the earliest video game consoles to the modern ones. What made me sad was the 3DSs were considered almost retro. And it's like, oh no, it's not that old. But because people had their little collection, not booths, but like little display glasses stuff. But yeah, there was an old Xbox console and it had Halo 2 loaded on, and like people were playing it and saying like, this is the best Halo.
Halo 2 was the best.
Huh? I thought
Halo 2 was the best Halo.
Okay, fair enough.
It was the one that introduced you playing to the Arbiter and had a branching timeline.
True. Yeah, the story.
It was the one where you actually played as the Covenant.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I enjoyed number 3,
and the Arbiter's story was pretty sick too. He's got like a great backstory.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what it is?
No, but we'll save it for another time because I've got lots of notes to get through, Troy. I've had these load for weeks, and I just haven't gotten rid of them.
I like Mr. I always talk about Splatoon. The whole reason I went to PAX was to see my Splatoon friends.
Kind of, I guess. Because there's nothing. There's no new upcoming news about Nintendo. So I mean, there's one thing coming up, but it hasn't been officially announced yet. So it's just rumors at this stage.
What do you mean? The Switch 2? They talk about.
Yeah, but this hasn't been released. There's been no information. There's nothing about it that we know exactly. So and Nintendo weren't there. They didn't have a booth or anything. So.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been disappointing.
It was expected though, because they did an announcement that they wouldn't be there. But anyway, so obviously,
why not?
I don't know. They weren't interested, I guess. So
that
shut up. Let me talk. For fuck's sake. I want to get rid of these notes.
Like, I just don't understand why. Yet,
Very interesting costumes.
I just don't understand
Very
why
interesting costumes. A
Nintendo
man in
want
just
to
a
have
cloth.
a booth at the Australian.
A man just in a cloth.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he was wearing underwear as well. But
Was there at PAX.
yeah, and I guess because it's a lot of cosplay there was like a lot of female costumes where like clothing really wasn't necessary. It seemed because like as you know, and every anime hero girl, it's just like maximum armor, and it's just a bikini and stuff. It's like wow. But
So
you know what?
You were walking around, and there were girls dressed as anime characters.
Or MMO. What the frick? MMORPG? MMORPG character?
Gotcha games.
Like, yeah, basically
Gotcha
Final
games.
Fantasy and stuff like that, yeah. Because, like, the thing is, like, it was so warm in that building, I was like, damn, it's actually not a bad idea, like, having cosplaying as, like, characters who have, like, little to, like, no clothing. Because, like, it was so hot in there because there's so much people and traffic. Yeah. But, like...
Was there anything actually good there? Was it worth going?
It depends, like... So for me personally, I went there to just to socialize essentially, and it was worth it for me because like I saw people that I hadn't seen for like 4 years or 5 years. Yeah.
Did you hang out with them in a group and walk
Yes,
around
basically.
and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do they live in Victoria?
Not all of them. No. A lot of them came from
So
New
some of
South
them came
Wales, Canberra, and there was even maybe 1 or 2 from South Australia. Actually, yeah, there
And
was
they
some
specifically
people,
came for PAX here.
There were some people there that were from a town that I was born in, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like,
You had no idea they were born.
Yeah, it was nuts. Because like,
wait, were they people you knew? But
yeah,
you didn't
I knew them
know?
online. I didn't talk to them much, but I knew some of them. I've talked to some of them.
So you knew them online, but you didn't know them when you were in that town.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, which blew my mind.
That would be mind blowing. Like, oh, what? You were my neighbor like 10 years ago?
You lived what? Yeah. So
Yeah, we used to live down in Brown Street. Oh, that's weird. I lived in Gold Street. No way, you lived in Gold Street.
I had a friend who lived on
I know.
Silver
I was trying to
Street.
think of colours. Silver. Yeah, I lived in Silver Street.
So and the other, so one of my online friends who I've met, they are from Thailand, but she's been in Australia for a couple of years now because of uni. She got a transfer. She got an international student thingy into one of the universities here in Melbourne, and yeah, because she's Thai, she does very good hand massages. She offered one because like. It was funny because like I was like, is it stereotypical? Like, is it stereotypical to say that Thai people are good at massages? Is that a stereotype? And she thought about it and she's like, you know what? That's not. I accept that. She accepts that stereotype. She didn't think it was that bad of a thing that saying that Thai people are just good at massages because you think about all the massage parlors that you see around, and the majority of them are either Chinese or Thai, or it's because you don't see many Europe fashion massage places, do you? It's more the Asian centric type. But anyway, so she gave me a hand massage, and I was like, I've never had one before, but sure, why not? Go for it. And my hands felt completely different from what they've ever felt like before. It was so bizarre.
They went all tingly and all that.
Huh?
Did they go tingly?
Kind of. It was hard to explain because like I've never experienced.
You said they felt like you've never felt them before.
Yeah,
so
it was because like the way they were doing it was like they grabbed your hands and they put them between your fingers and they just I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It was just weird. I've never had a hand massage before, and it was just like whoa, something feels different.
Okay, so I'm going to say there's no stereotype about Thai people being good at massages, Jackson.
Yeah, well, she seemed to think so. So
the stereotype is they're good at something else.
Yes, I think I know what you're saying. Maybe
that's the stereotype.
Okay, fair enough. So
the massage is a premise.
Yeah. So my question is to you: have you ever had a massage before, like a professional one or semi-professional? No.
Never had a proper massage. I don't think there's a point. It's a waste of money.
My uncle, one of my uncles, they've got one of them. They had one of them silly. You know how when you're like Harvey Normal or some random furniture shop, they've got those stupid portable massage sort of machines where you put them on. You can put them on a chair.
I've used them.
Yeah, they're weird. It's like,
I love those things. I got one that you sit on a chair and you strap it around the chair and sit there and it massages.
It's the same one.
And it's got got a bunch of different modes you can put it in.
Yeah, my favorite one's the one that rolls up the spine. It just rolls, like it presses and rolls up. Don't know why I like that one that much.
Yeah, but this one has a bunch of different ones, so it does do that one, but it also does your shoulders, does your lower back.
Yeah,
but it's got different modes, so it only does the one going up your spine, or it has all of them at once, or just these edge bits, and it moves up and down. And
yeah.
I haven't used it in ages, but no, I'm not. I like.
You pick a bad time to eat a pizza.
Well, Courtney and I went out, and she was like, "Oh, I ate plenty of food. I'm fine." I'm like, "Well, I'm going to be hungry at 8."
Hungry.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of massages. Like, I don't think they're necessary. Like, I've never got one, so I can't really talk.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit of a waste of money unless you're someone who has an overly stressful job, like really stressful, and like you need that kind of thing. You need that kind of relaxing or that pressure taken off your stuff, or you're someone who like has a bad back or has back issues and needs that every once in a while. It's understandable, but
physio. You need physio.
But yeah, I'd rather go see a physio or a chiropractor or something. A massage doesn't fix any issues or doesn't correct things. They just sort of rub your muscles, I guess, or your back. Yeah, they rub your muscles.
Yeah.
Which does have its benefits.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Have you ever done your own electrical work? Because I think you might know where this is going to go to.
I decline to answer the question.
Okay. Well, that's probably either smart or bad. Yeah, so listening to some episodes of podcasts recently and pulled up some notes about how Bob from the episode of Distractable talked about how he fixed an electrical GPO just without any authority or any permits or any
You're not saying it right. You got to say Bob.
Bob. His name's Bob. Yeah, so like...
You didn't tell me the way I do things.
So this is how wild the states are. It's state by state. There's laws saying you have to be registered and you don't have to be licensed. This is nuts. It's like, no.
I told you this.
I know, but like I just couldn't believe it. Because like in Australia, like if that was to be the case with someone, like if Bob here was in Australia, he did that and something went wrong, obviously, yeah, he's going to get shitload of fines or...
Yeah, which is ridiculous. He shouldn't be fined for that. If something goes wrong, his insurance shouldn't cover the house being burnt down. But the idea that he can't do his own electrical, like, I don't like that. I think people should be allowed to do their own electrical work here in Australia, especially simple stuff like changing a light bulb or a light switch.
I mean, changing a light bulb, anyone can do that, but light switch is a little bit
Sorry,
different.
not changing a light bulb, changing the fixture.
Oh, light fitting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. This is the thing because like electricians are kind of like anyone can be an electrician.
Well, yeah, It seems like the only complicated stuff is like actually the meter box stuff, the stuff that you usually deal with.
Yeah, wiring up.
Everything else is just running wires.
Yeah, well, there's different forms of electricians. There's industrial, commercial.
I'm talking about domestic.
And domestic, yeah.
Jackson doesn't like the fact that you're simplifying his trade.
What's that?
Jackson doesn't like the fact that you're removing the qualifications needed for his trade.
What did she say and then walk away from?
You don't want to know.
Okay, I guess I'll hear it in post.
Look.
Disregard whatever Courtney said. She doesn't know. I understand. Wait, did she say about calling through the roofs?
Look, she told me and she shouldn't have. Now I'm telling you, you don't want to know.
I guess I'll find out in post.
No, I'm trying to think. It's a quote from the movie Atlantis.
Oh, never watched it then.
She shouldn't... Look, Jackson, she shouldn't have told me, but she did. And now I'm telling you, you don't want to know.
Yeah. So, this is just a warning for anyone who's listening randomly and they're thinking about doing the electrical work. Just get a professional, please.
Don't listen to him.
Talk about go Canberra.
Do your own electrical work, but do it knowing that your insurance won't cover anything if your house burns down. So you better figure out what you're doing know that you're doing it right.
That's right. That's what that's exactly. Because I don't know, like in the rest of the world, like in Europe and whatnot, with the laws. Because
I think they're allowed to do their own electrical work too.
Probably.
Maybe not in the UK, but other European countries they are.
Yeah. This is a different note that you may or may have noticed. But
and they should be allowed to too.
Yeah.
We had to get we got that new oven put in, right? We had to pay an electrician to do it. You know what he did? He took the black cord and the red cord and plugged them into the oven and clipped them into place and then went, job well done. Here, let me write on this thing. Oh, now you've got proof that a professional did it. It's the biggest amount of bullshit.
Well, to be fair,
I pulled out the old oven and had it all ready for him. That way it would be just him. The actual work that needed to be done, I had done, and that work was pulling the oven out, removing the old oven from the spot. And Courtney even said to me he was quite surprised to rock up and see the oven was already ready and out for him to change it all, didn't you, Courtney?
Well, Mum was.
Oh, that's right. Andrea, sorry.
Andrea.
Andrea was there.
Yeah.
She said he was quite surprised. And I said, how long did it take him? And she goes, oh, like 5 minutes or something. And I go, yeah. Because I looked at the cord leading into the old oven, and I was like, that's literally just the input and the output. There was no... I'm surprised there was no ground.
No earth?
No earth, sorry.
Don't you dare say ground. Ground's an American term.
Same thing.
I know.
Literally in every case, ground is earth.
Yeah, I suppose so. Another note too was one of the most recent episodes of Go My Favorite Sports Teams.
I haven't listened to that in a while.
One of the 2 episodes ago was athletes behaving badly. That was literally the name of the episode. And I was like, oh, they've turned to a true crime podcast because they're talking about not historical, but like athletes.
Things that happen.
Yeah, athletes committing crimes and stuff like that. But it was just because it was poorly dated. The episode that they did was poorly dated because did you hear about the Josh Giddey thing?
No.
Okay, so it was a while ago. He was filmed at a nightclub with allegedly a minor, but I don't think it was a minor. And the person that the person he was with, she's remained private. She's requested privacy, so give her privacy. So if there's no presses to be charged, and then it's all fine. But
has he been charged?
No, he hasn't. No.
Well, then she's not a minor.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's probably that's what I was thinking. But it's funny because at the time, this was
you
a
can
while
still
ago.
charge someone. You can still charge someone with sex with a minor or sexual activity with a minor,
though.
without bringing the minor into the situation.
Yeah.
The fact that the person has asked for it to be kept private, with a minor, it's kept private.
Yeah.
They don't announce that stuff.
Yeah.
And people get charged and have to go to court. So if the guy hasn't been charged, hasn't been going to court, well then, it either means it's proof she's not a minor, or they can't prove it was or wasn't a minor, or she wasn't, whoever the person was.
It was fun because they mentioned it.
And the fact that they can't prove it means that it's not.
they mentioned because I should say they my Balls and Horse guy mentioned that he was at OKC, like Josh Giddey of Oklahoma Thunder. I'm like, he's been at Bulls the past 3 months now. He's at Chicago. I'm like, wow. Yeah, so he got traded to Chicago in June, and it's 4 months later, and they were mentioning, oh, he's at OKC. No, he's not.
This isn't the Aussie guy, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, it is the Aussie guy. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be confused. I don't really keep track of. I don't even know who he is.
He's from. So his dad played in the NBL and was quite a well-known figure. But it's a case of Josh Giddey's a lot better than his dad.
Well, apparently because he's in the NBA. But the fact that he's being traded means was he traded? What was do you know what the trade was part of?
I don't know why they traded him. I guess because they
traded him because he was probably shit.
No, he was really good. He was he was there for 2 seasons or 1 season. He was pulling up amazing numbers, record-breaking numbers for a rookie.
Record-breaking numbers for what?
Just for a rookie, a first year or second year player. He was insane.
Okay, was he?
Let's see.
Because I haven't heard much about him. When did he? Didn't he? It was a few years ago. He was a rookie, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let's find out here. Why did Oklahoma trade Josh Giddey? That's actually a valid question. Here we go. So, unfortunately for Giddey, the two areas.
This guy. I know this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen him play. Isn't he super tall? He's a taller player.
Most basketball players
6'8".
The two areas that the Thunder need the most help were in aspects of his game that he struggles was his defense and shooting from distance. But
let's see,
because he was great for an assist. And
he was He was a lottery pick, Jackson.
Yeah. Whatever that. I don't know what that means.
Drafted with six. He was as a 6th overall pick by Oklahoma. He was the 6th pick.
So.
Sorry, it says he suffered an ankle injury 5 minutes into his NBA summer league debut.
So he drafted in 2021, and his major flaw was his defense, but his assists and stuff like that is insane.
Let's see. Giddey joined. Players in the to score a record of 1,000 points, 700 rebounds in their first 100 career games. Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, they're crazy numbers.
I mean, not really. If you mean Luka did the same thing. Ben Simmons did the same thing. Grant Hill did the same thing. He's let's see. I mean, it's impressive players in history. 1, 2, 3. So he's the fourth. Only 4 players have done that in their first 100 games. Season, but it's high 28 points, 9 rebounds and assists. So he got a triple double. The Oklahoma City over the net. Scored 31. Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so he was playing he had a year at Melbourne and then a year at Adelaide, and then they eventually picked him up over to the NBA.
They exchanged him for a guard, Alex Caruso.
Caruso.
He was exchanged. Yeah, they exchanged. Why would they do that? They exchanged a. Let me scroll back up here for a second. They exchanged a 22-year-old for a 30-year-old.
Yes,
that doesn't make sense to me.
Because there's another Aussie coming through at Atlanta, Dyson Daniels.
Okay.
So there's quite a few Aussies getting picked up, which is nice. But yeah, so I was like, when I was listening to him, I'm like, yeah, no, he's not there anymore. He's been there for months. And it's annoying me because they still haven't done an AFL primer, or they haven't done any Gaelic primers. Gaelic football is insane.
I couldn't. So I watched an episode the other day, right? And it doesn't. Hold on.
What were you trying to say?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. No, sorry. I listened to it the other day, and it was very confusing because it was just what's his name?
Balls and holes.
Tyler. It was just Tyler. It was just Tyler. It was just, and Tyler was filling in for Mark by
he was doing a Mark voice. And it was
Did he do it? I can't remember if he did that. He only did that for 10 minutes, and Mark came, or did he do it a whole episode?
Whole episode.
He did it the whole episode. Yeah. See, I was kind of I listened to it, and I could have sworn I couldn't remember whether he did it the whole episode or whether Mark came in 10 minutes later. That's how much I was paying attention, whether it was 10 minutes and then the next episode. But I started listening to it, and I think I stopped, actually, because I was like, I can't. This is just, why bother?
What happened?
Why you just don't do an episode? Take a break. Yeah. Wait for him to come back.
But no, this is what
don't
happens.
Put on a Mark voice.
This is what happens when you're contracted to Spotify. You have to do this shit.
Yeah, well, they should have pre-recorded an episode. Like,
The latest episode's called "We're Gonna Punch You."
oh my goodness. If Mark actually, the problem isn't Tyler. The problem is Mark when it comes to not distractible. When it comes to Go, and the audience can tell he's not interested in really doing it. He's more distracted by other things, not invested. He doesn't do any research into anything. And it's fair enough that
that's the thing with Tyler. He doesn't do his research either.
That's the thing. That's the thing. He's putting it all on Tyler, and Tyler has to do it, and Tyler doesn't do it properly either.
No, he
does a crappy job.
And then the people who help him don't do a good job either.
They do an all right job, but it's one of those things where like some of the stuff that they talk about when it comes to episodes, it's either something that's written like you're reading from a Wikipedia article, or reading from a Wikipedia article would give you more information than they've given you. Like it's like here's a sport, you kick a ball and they score a goal. I kind of don't want them to do an ad.
Let's go back to the history of how the sport was created. It started by some Aztecs putting a ball through a ring.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of sick of the joke there. Oh, well, it goes back to the Romans. It was the Romans. In the Roman Empire. Like, just because the Olympics was back, the original Olympics was back in Roman times, doesn't mean every sport was created then. Like it's amazing how you could get like 10 episodes out of just one sport if you did a real deep dive into it. Like you could talk about like how it was created. Like I know they do a little introductory kind of thing to the sports, but what you should do with these kind of sports is you give a little introductory, right? And then you go back in another episode and talk about like the history of it, for example, or how the rules changed, or modern day versus past. Like, you can get so much content just from the NBA alone, like, or not even NBA, but from basketball. And if you were to specify NBA, you could go like modern NBA versus like LeBron era NBA versus Jordan NBA era, etc. Or even before that.
Did you see LeBron? There was the first time LeBron played with his son in an NBA game. So both, it's the first time my father and son had been playing at the same time.
Yeah, I know. People are all annoyed because they're like, oh, he only joined the Lakers because of LeBron.
His daddy.
Like, he only got in because of his dad, because his dad would leave the Lakers if he didn't. I was talking to my mate Christian, and he said, that's probably, he goes, yeah, that's 100% true. Like, 100% he probably only got into the Lakers. He may have gotten into another NBA team. I seriously doubt it. And the stats would say no, he didn't. The stats would say he would have been a bench warmer.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, the stats for his previous career, like, he wasn't exactly top pick. But Christian goes, but who cares? Like, it's literally, it's a father-son thing. LeBron gets to play with his kid, and his kid gets to play with him. When has that ever happened in the NBA, for example? Like, it's great.
Yeah. I was going to say,
I think it has happened before, but...
Yeah, there's a bit of nepotism about it, too, I think, too.
But I'd say, who cares? Maybe he only gets to play 2 games, and that's it. So... They can put him on. They can put him on for 2 games, and then if he's no good, they can always switch him out or put him to the B team or something.
The G team.
Yeah, LeBron might have something to say about it, but what confuses me, right, is they call him Bronny, but is he LeBron Jr.? Or...
No, he's actually called Bronny.
He's actually called Bronny. So,
yep. Hey, it's Americans. What do you expect?
I know, but who names their kid basically
on
like,
their name?
Oh, like, yeah, just adds a Y to the end of their name or something.
It saves having to do LeBron Jr.
Yeah.
Because that's just essentially copy pasting. Because he doesn't want to be called LeBron Senior, like LeBron James himself.
I know, but it's just that's how Americans do it. They do senior and junior.
Yeah, it's not an Aussie thing.
The kid's grown up with the name Bronny.
I mean, I had to grow up with Jackson being called Michael Jackson all the time, so.
Hey, you did.
Mm-hmm.
That's
your
different,
name's Jackson. Oh, you must be Michael Jackson. No.
Well, you should have said, no, it's more like Michael Jordan.
I am for real.
Jackson. Yeah, Timson. But at least you didn't name your son Jackie.
Could have been Timson.
Yeah, you could have been Timson. Oh, no, you would have been Timmy. Timmy. Well, Timmy.
Jimmy. Call me Jimmy.
Jimmy.
No, don't call me Jimmy.
Well, Timmy. Jimmy.
Look, at least they spelled my name right. At least they spelled my name right. I've had a grudge. I think I've told you this.
Jimmy.
I've had a grudge with people who think my name is spelled Jaxon.
Why does anyone think that?
Because they hear Jax. And they're like, oh, it must be an X for some reason. And it's like, no.
But everyone, the name Jackson has always been spelt without, like, no one spells it with an X unless it's more modern day stuff.
Yeah, or if it's an American again.
No, like, yeah, but even then, it's like a 20-year-old
it's a twist,
or a
but it's
16-year-old or something.
Because I remember when I was in primary school, I think maybe I was in year 2 or year 3, the way it worked at that school was at lunchtime or recess, when you borrowed a school equipment, you go to the sports shed, the person at the desk, you write down your name and what equipment you're borrowing.
I know.
There was this one set of there's 2 kids who were working there, and they wrote my name Jaxon, and I looked down and go, but that's not my name. And like, so ever since that day, I've had a grudge with the Jacksons who spell their name with an X. I'm like, you're not a real Jackson. So, yeah, I mean, your name's not really one that you could be altered or mixed or confused with. There's only one way to spell your name, so. But
that's true. That's right.
I mean, that's just an unnecessary grudge. I'm sure. Do you have like any grudges that are deemed unnecessary, like you'd think would be unnecessary?
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Grudges. Yes.
I bet against what? For what? My name?
Just anything in general.
No, not really.
Fair enough.
No, can't think of any grudges really.
You've had any grudges? Okay.
I mean, so what have you got a grudge against the teacher that spelled your name wrong?
The people who spelled Jackson with an X.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't have any.
Like, it's not a serious grudge. It's just a,
Courtney told me the other day, she said people, like, she gets annoyed because people, when she tells them her name or spells out it or says her name, like, they go, was that with a K?
No. Oh, because, yeah, okay.
And it's like, no. There's only, like, most people spell the name Courtney with a C.
Yeah,
like Courtney is spelled with a C. There's only one person, I think, or not. There's probably more, but you know what I mean.
Courtney
one person who's famous enough, yeah. But the Kardashians kind of fucked it up for a bunch of people.
I completely had a mind blank on the last name.
Yeah, because Courtney's spelled with a K with the Kardashians, and so now every Courtney must be with a K for some reason. Even though the majority of people in the history of human language or English language have spelt it with a C. I've never seen it spelled as a K.
Wait, so if I double check...
Except in that one case.
So my son's name's spelled the same way as Jane Smith. Which is unfortunate because Jane Smith's a bit of a loony toony.
You know what I'm glad about?
What's that?
So when people ask about his name, right, they go, oh, is it like the singer? The best part is it's not spelt like that. It's not spelt like the singer at all.
Axl Rose?
So I can go, no, it's not spelt that way.
Axl F?
Don't say his name. You don't need to say his name.
Don't talk about the singer.
Yeah.
You don't need to identify this bald head.
Don't identify this boy.
This bald head.
This bald head. The avocado head.
Avocado head?
No, avocado at the moment. No.
What's avocado doing?
Yes. Yes, I've seen the photo of the kiwi fruit, Courtney.
What? Your son's got a kiwi fruit head?
No, she found a Facebook post or was it Facebook? Yeah, it would have been Facebook for you, where someone had put like a bunch of kiwis like next to each other and the baby's head there as well.
Oh, okay.
And taking a photo because the baby's head looks like a kiwi fruit. Like it's similar to when people take photos of black and white cats with an orange, or is it black and white? No, white cats with an orange in them in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Because it looks like an egg.
Okay,
you got a white cat that's curled up in sleeping position. You put an orange in the middle of it, take a photo, and it looks like an egg, a cracked open egg that's been cooked.
Speaking of cats,
what the heck is that? Her fur? What the heck is this?
Licetto.
Did you cut the cat's hair or something? What did she? You don't think she was under the chair, do you? You didn't hear her scream or anything.
This time.
Under the
What's that
chair.
cat hair? Which cat is that? Is that Smokey's? That's
There's a
Daisy's?
bit of white on it.
Yeah, I saw the bit of white, but Smokey's
Hers
got a
is
little
longer.
bit. It's a bit of white right at the very end, though.
That's nice.
Oh, well, doesn't matter. Cat
Doesn't?
hair. A big
Yeah.
clump of cat hair.
Who would have guessed in a house where it's got pet cats, you'd find cat hair?
No, you wouldn't find clumps of cat hair, Jackson.
Oh, hairball then.
They've been fighting.
Yeah, no, you don't. Hairballs are very uncommon in cats.
Oh, there's a hairball in the.
It's
their
less common than
bathroom.
you think.
What if-
What's
There's a hairball what?
Oh,
There's a hairball in our bedroom.
in their bedroom.
Really? Is it a hairball or is it just throw up?
Vomit with hair in it.
So it's vomit with a little bit of hair in it. Yeah, that's not a hairball. A hairball is just hair.
in a form of a perfectly round ball.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be a perfectly round ball, but it has to be. It has to be spew, but just hair, cat hair.
It's
That's
a
what
per-
like.
It's the perfect shaped ball that
There's no
you
food
can
or
use
anything?
as a basketball.
So it's an actual hairball. Oh, really? I'll have to go see it.
yeah,
I'll take that back. We've got a
It's a
hairball.
long line.
Congratulations.
I think it's like when they lick their butts and they get some food.
I am actually. Thank you, because this is like the second one we've ever gotten. I think I've ever gotten, and I've had cats for years.
yeah, I've witnessed quite a few hairballs as well. Considering my childhood, we've always had cats.
No, I love it. I said this is the second hairball
Oh.
I've ever seen,
Oh,
and I also said cats generally don't usually have hairballs. Like it's actually a very uncommon thing.
No.
And you just said I grew up with cats too. We also had a lot of hairballs. You got to pay
Yeah, I
attention to
mean-
what people are saying, Jackson.
sorry, sir.
And what do you mean there were lots of hairballs?
Well, I've often witnessed our cats over time always cough up every now and then. Hairballs.
Yeah, but what, a hairball?
Mm.
That's weird. Because, like I said, none of the cats we've ever had have coughed up a hairball. Like,
Yeah.
they have coughed up one or two, but it's not a regular occurring thing. It's like once a year. Not even that, once every 2 years or something. Or once a cat. Like, every cat's done it once. You get that one cat that's done it like 3 times because there's something wrong with them, but
Yeah, because what was the other thing? Pets. Something about pets. I can't remember.
I don't know.
no,
You
we
had, what happened to all these points you had, Jackson?
Yeah, I got through all of them. Don't worry, they're gone. Out the
Oh, they
window.
weren't that many then.
No.
Because so you went to PAX and you enjoyed seeing people who you've never seen or you haven't seen in ages.
Yes, correct.
So, what did you do at PAX with those people?
Walk around and play video games for a bit.
What games did you play?
We went to the
D&D.
indie game areas. So
I want to do that.
I
want to do that. The only reason I'd go to PAX is to go to the D&D thing and learn how to play.
Fair enough. We went. So there was an indie game area, indie developer game area, and so some of the online friends go to uni, work. They doing a game development course or whatever, and so they had this game. I don't know how to explain it. So they had created this game where you're an Uber driver, right?
Mhm.
But you're frogs.
Your frogs.
Yeah, so there's frogs in the car. One controls the steering wheel, one controls the accelerator brake, and another one controls. I can't remember. There's like you can play as 4 frogs at once, but yeah, it's
I thought it would be a co-op game.
it is co-op. Yeah,
Yeah, one person
it's
controls
like
this,
an
the other person
arcade
controls
game.
that.
Fridge?
Hmm?
Pack it up? Or do you want more?
I'll have a bit more. Didn't you want some?
I had half and half.
Okay. You can give me the other 2 halves.
You want to eat them and with AMSR, or do you want them on your plate?
I'll put them on my plate. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I can't find it. No. 'Cause
Okay, but what else?
It's on a. What else did we do? We basically just walked around. I didn't buy anything. Oh, I mean, I can talk about it. That's perfectly fine.
That should have been your highlight of the week.
I'm
Getting 2
sorry,
days
but I talk
off.
like this now.
Yes, that's right, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. Yes, my name is now Jacqueline. Yeah, so the secret highlight.
No, you don't have to talk about it.
Well, I was going to talk about like because during
No. We don't have to
Alright.
talk about it. We're never going to talk about it.
we were never going
Ever.
to talk.
Okay, we're going to forget it ever existed or happened.
Try my balls hurt.
What balls, Jackson? You don't have any balls.
I used to be a real man. Now I'm just a meh.
Yes, well, you can bring up getting your tubes tied if you really want.
Nah,
But
it's
I still want to
fine.
hear about the other games that you played.
We didn't really. So we played the obvious Nintendo games because we have our Switches. So
How could you play the... You met up at PAX
yes,
and played Nintendo games.
yes, as well as indie
With-
games that are at the game stations that they had.
So what, you just found a table somewhere, sat down and started playing on your Switches?
Yeah. Well, there's a tournament gaming area, so there's literally like there's
Were
all
there
set
Switch
up where
tournaments?
there was Mario Kart, Splatoon, there was something else that I can't remember.
And it was DIY.
basically, yeah. But there was also PC
Bring your
setups
own
and Rocket League setups.
Bring your own Switch. I'll have one of those and one of those. There was what? Rocket League setups.
Yeah.
This one of these,
I can't go to those. I would have destroyed.
one of these.
Yes.
I'll have one too, thanks. She's got it.
I'm in like the top something percentage.
It would have been interesting because I don't think there was. I mean, I wasn't there long enough to check, but I wonder how many
You should have
Rocket League
played some Rocket
signups
League.
were.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Well, because there was already people playing it, so I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I found someone on my Discord community who does play Rocket League, but they only play Rocket League for the Fortnite stuff. So I'm like, oh, it's a shame.
That's so funny.
It is.
I played the other day. The first time I played in like 2 weeks, or no, it might have been 3 weeks or something. But the first time I played, and even before that, I'd only played for like an hour or even 20 minutes. But I remember why I stopped is my controller keeps playing up at the moment. For some reason, it keeps registering as 2 controllers with the game now.
Oh.
So if it unplugs for a split second or doesn't, it worked perfectly fine. But the moment I started a game, it disconnected
Oh, weird.
and would not turn back on and connect. I had no idea why. I was in the middle of a competitive match. I start the game, jump back, grab boost, go towards goal a little bit or go left, I should say. And then the controller just stops working. It's been working the whole time I've been in training for the past 10 minutes. Then as soon as I go into a competitive match, it doesn't work. So I don't know what the game's messed up my controller or something.
Has there been a software update for your controller or something, like a hardware update?
No, I checked that. I went
Okay.
there, I checked the Xbox accessories and all that. It's something to do with the game update because they're constantly updating the game and fucking it up.
Gotcha.
Excuse my language.
Yeah,
Axel
yeah,
agrees with
baby.
me.
Yes.
He's not happy, are you, Axel? No, Daddy doesn't get to play Rocket League.
You played early. Was it today or yesterday?
It was yesterday. I literally just told you about it.
Yeah, okay, good.
I literally
I wasn't sure if it was the same day.
just told you about it.
Sorry.
Did you play yesterday? I could have sworn you played
I saw your
yesterday.
name pop up.
Thank you.
When you turned on the computer, what should I say?
Huh?
The second you turned on the computer, what should I say?
What did you say?
Can you look after him for a minute?
Is that what you said when I came over here and turned this on?
No, when you turned on yesterday to play Rocket League.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I turn on the computer because I'm like, I just wanted to play on the computer, and I go, I'll play a little bit of Rocket League. And Courtney goes, oh, can you look after Axon? I'm like,
Next minute.
not for right now. Can I have 5 minutes?
Yeah, bet
6
that 5
minutes later, I'm
minutes.
like, where are you?
I haven't turned this thing on for like to use properly for like 2 weeks. Huh? No, I don't want a coffee. Thank you.
Yeah, I already gave him one. It was the best coffee he ever had.
I got something. Connie, can you get one of my the drinks, the cans in the fridge?
The
for me?
drinks. Bring the drinks.
But anyway, yeah. So I might try and fix the control and work it out. No. I do want that actually. Well, actually, give it to me. I'm feeling dehydrated. Not that. No.
Plus 100. Flying power. Oh, that's right.
Oh, you can show Jackson that one though. Can you get out the flying power again? Check it out, Jackson.
It's red.
This is new. Courtney's being dramatic. No. Look, it's cola flavored.
Coal fat and flying power.
I'm not being
Impressive.
dramatic.
It's a cola energy drink.
Crap.
Yeah, I gathered. Does it
Can you
taste
open
good?
this for me? Can you open this for me, Courtney? Huh?
Does
I
it
haven't
taste
tasted
good?
it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you get one of them?
Oh, you like those? I can move
Well, while she's sorting out the drinks, I'm going to wrap up the episode and say...
All right, but I want to bring up my final highlight of the week
Sure,
that I will also bring up in the next
highlight of the
episode.
day.
This is my highlight of the day.
Oh, you bought that.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Do you want to know why?
Why?
I went to Coles and Woolworths, and they did not have this.
Because
I
people
was
buy
shattered.
Are
You
you
can
gonna
put it back.
tell
You can put it back now. Thanks.
Listeners, not the viewers. What you
That's right.
thought?
I was absolutely shattered. This was like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I was like, oh, maybe it hasn't. Maybe they haven't received the delivery yet. Maybe they haven't gotten it yet. But I asked a couple of staff members. I asked the staff member at Woolworths, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it should be." And he looks around, and he goes, "Oh well, it should have been here." And I'm like, ah. Guess where I found it?
Audi.
Yeah, I found it at Aldi. Like
different.
on a shelf with like a bunch of pastry stuff. It was in the weirdest location, and I saw it and was like, oh. And I'm like, what the heck? Why has Aldi got? Because I haven't seen Coca.
Yeah,
Oh, they do sell
Audi
Coca-Cola.
don't sell Coke usually ever.
They? Well, I
They'll
think
sell-
they do actually. Do they?
They'll sell Cola Coke. That's what they'd call it.
Yeah, I know they sell their own brand, but do they sell regular Coke too? Or
Don't know. I guess it was a promotional thing though. I guess. So
yeah,
is
well that's it.
I have
But
to
they
ask
sell
you, though,
Oreo products. So
Yeah, I have to ask you though: is it actually Oreo flavored Coke, or what is actually?
well, Jackson, you'll see. You'll have to find out
When you buy your own
in the
from
next episode of the Average Blokes podcast.
He's trying to find the button.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this
go
world. I'm gonna go home and kill.
Oh, I gotta kill. It's gotta go home and kill the
You
episode.
can
All
cut
right,
that.
cheerio. 100 plus the flying power. The end. Stop.
Yep. All right, I shall also stop.